Listen, before we get to
like the first three.
We got to preview Haney and Garcia. We got some time left, but we got to get to this whole madness on this whole Naoya Inoue madness with Twitter. He said,
I know a thing or two.
I ain't in this.
I know a thing or two about, running into problems.
Listen, let him for context. If you did, I don't know if they clicked it wrong or what. The question that was presented to me by Jim, do you think Inoue should come to the United States? Not, do you think he needs to come to the United States? If he said needs, I heard should. So let me go on record for saying that. But basically what I was trying to convey to the audience is I think that this is exactly what I said. I think it depends on what Naoya Inoue wants. Does he want to be a star in boxing or does he want to be a star in Japan? He's clearly a star in Japan. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go on record for saying it. I wouldn't leave Japan. If I'm a star at home, why would I leave home? There's no point. As quiet as it's kept, I ain't want Tim Tszyu coming over to the United States. And I'm on record for talking to his promotional team about him coming to us. I said, why y'all want to leave this? He said, nah, man, he wants to be an American. He wants to expand. And that's what life is. Boxing is just like life. I'm on record for saying that, and I'll let both of y'all speak. But I'm on record for saying boxing is just like life. In life, you do what you do at home, and at some point you have to expand and do or become more. If that's what you want to do. You got family in Bunkie. They ain't never left Bunkie. Mm-hmm. They good. Mm-hmm. They don't want to leave Bunkie. They nice and comfy, and they stars in Bunkie. Yeah. And I'm proud of them, and I'm good for them. But if you want to do more, if you want to be more, you have to expand. What does that mean? Usually in the sport of boxing, that means coming to the United States. So that's basically what I was trying to say. Yo, I'm good with you being over there if you good with you being over there. But if you want to be the star, a big star in boxing, I think you kind of need to come over to the United States because that's kind of where it goes. That's the crossroads for every fighter in the world of boxing is coming through the United States.
There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, man.
That's why I went to you.
Yeah. Give me a minute to unpack all this. So, first of all, it's crazy. Shawn's such a good guy, and everyone just wanted to kill him over this opinion he had. Like, it's crazy to me. But I think with like what you're saying, Shawn, it's always historically and traditionally been true. Lennox Lewis came here, Roberto Duran, Manny Pacquiao, Ricky Hatton, Tim Tszyu, for recent. So Canelo fights here. He does as big as he is in Mexico. He fights in the United States.
Eventually, Joe Calzaghe even.
Right. Yeah. So, but it is 2024, and boxing in some ways, is more niche than it even was in many of those fighters' times, and even to get a deeper period, America. I would never want to live anywhere else. I love my country. I love the United States. But we are, $30+ trillion in debt, and maybe in some ways our stars.
We don't talk about that on the PorterWay Podcast.
Yeah. Anyways, but I hear you. That's over my head anyways. But
did you know we was in debt?
No, I think we was.
Are we all in debt?
Yeah, you're in debt too. Your money goes to the debt. Yeah.
Or even to take it to, another great Japanese, not fighter, but artist, Akira Toriyama, the guy who made Dragon Ball Z, died a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. One reason he was so celebrated around the world was his art was, made in the it was, transcribed in the United States, translated in the United States. Yeah. So he was able to grip the whole world and not just, Japan. But the thing is, for Inoue, he's fought here 3 times, won all 3, 2 of them by really expressive knockout. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we got to give him something to work with. Mm-hmm. Like, we gave him Das Marinas, Maloney, and McWilliams Arroyo. Yeah. The first one was on a HBO undercard, at StubHub. So we got to give him something to work with here. If he were to fight the Mexican champion, say he went to 26 and fought Venado, those fights could make some good money and sell some good crowds in California or Vegas on the West Coast where there's a lot of Mexican fans. He went to 130, same thing with Navarrete. Mm-hmm. But those fights would still make more money in Japan. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he's making, $10+ million every fight. The media market isn't quite as monopolized by the West in the United States as it once was. So some things have changed there. I got to fight for you, Shawn, because I definitely don't think we've seen him for the final time in America. He will fight here again, for sure.
Yeah.
Prince Nassim, he fought Kevin Kelly in the Garden, fought a New Yorker in the Garden. That gave him what he needed in America, that juice. Give Bruce Carrington 24 months.
Ooh.
Give him 2 years. 2 years, because he's 26. He's not 21.
Yeah.
Give Bruce Carrington 24 months. He's ranked number 5 by the WBO right now, right? Let him get that WBO strap. Let him unify something. You know that Inoue is going to go to 26. So get a belt on Carrington so that he has to go through Carrington. Fight could probably still make more money in Japan just because of the monster star, pun intended, I guess, that he is there.
Yeah.
But Shushu Carrington could be his Kevin Kelly at Madison Square Garden. That fight could sell out Madison Square Garden. And Shushu is fast and talented and Brooklyn tough, and he's got pulls and an exciting style, though. He's not going to come to
maturity, too.
Yes.
Sorry to cut you off, but maturity, too. That's really big for me when it comes to fighters because you're getting in the ring with somebody like Naoya. You have to look past his, the everything that he is. And it's you get to a point when you are mature enough to do that. Not a lot of young fighters are mature enough to do that. So Bruce definitely is mature along with experience and skill and everything else. Shout out to Shushu because he's coming into the studio next week. So we'll see what he got for us next week. He might have some big news for us.
And I was saying, I was thinking, like you said, they make more money over there. So I get what Tom Ring's doing and everything. I think they missed their mark with Cool Boy. I thought Cool Boy should have been in the States. You let him perform against Cool Boy's going to bring him out. Yeah. That was going to sell out at the Barclays, whatever. Yeah. That would have been a chance for him to stamp his way in America.
Yeah.
Look who I am.
That could have worked. That could have worked, but the bag was probably bigger in Japan.
That's going to be the problem every time.
I think Carrington is a top-ranked fighter. He's already with top-ranked Inoue. You could put it at the Garden, the big room at the Garden. I think there's a lot of Japanese people that live in New York City in the 5 boroughs. So I'm not saying Shushu, Brooklyn stand up. I'm not saying it's gonna happen like Hamed and Kevin Kelly went down in '97. Right. But that's his. I think that's his Kevin Kelly. I think that's his Madison Square Garden fight.
Shushu knocking him off.
I love it. Well, listen, man. Bottom line, I wasn't trying to disrespect Japan.
I know.
Wasn't trying to disrespect anyway. Definitely wasn't trying to disrespect their mode of operation and how they've done things. The question that was presented to me: do you think he should come here? Of course, the time difference when it comes to watching a fight in Japan. Inoue fight is the hours crazy over here. So, just for those selective reasons, that's why the question was presented to me. Shout out to ProBox TV. Y'all keep getting me in trouble, and I'm going to quit.
Yeah, ProBox TV. Stop bringing that BS to the PorterWay Podcast. This is like the 3rd, 4th time we have to address something because of your nonsense over there.
And
get it together.
Now. You mentioned that fight could have happened in America against Fulton being an American, and then Shawn mentioned Calzaghe after winning all those fights in the United Kingdom, came to fight Bernard and Roy in the United States. I guess that the Fulton fight was his Jeff Lacey fight against Calzaghe. He beat the American over there, and now you got America saying like, "Come over here and fight." You beat Jeff. We wanted to see you fight, Bernard now, and so that's the next step.
That was a brutal fight.
That's the only fight I ever watched him.